Soft, melancholic piano music begins, fading slightly under the voice. Oh, darling, you simply wouldn't believe. It began, as all regrettable things do, with the shimmering promise of escape. A curated illusion peddled across the internet, a glistening facade, the Campus Hill Hotel Alanya. 5 stars, they boasted. 5. As if a celestial body could bestow quality upon such, well, we shall see. Honestly, the audacity. It's the principle of the thing, isn't it? Misleading the public? I simply cannot abide. You see, my grandmother, bless her soul, a woman who could discern the quality of linen from a mile away. A true artisan of discernment instilled in me a profound respect for meticulous attention to detail. It stemmed from her childhood in Kiev, you understand? Everything had to be just so. Otherwise, what was the point? And my dear, the point here from the very outset was tragically absent. We envisioned a haven, a proper sojourn. My aesthetic requirements are, admittedly, rather precise. Think sun-drenched terraces, crisp Egyptian cotton, attentive staff anticipating one's every need, a gentle, refined atmosphere. I've read Jane Austen a dozen times, you see. One develops expectations, but the instant we arrived, oh, the sheer disappointment. It wasn't merely that it wasn't luxurious, it was that it actively felt wrong. Did you ever have that sensation, my sweet, that everything is just slightly off kilter, like a painting hung askew? It's deeply unsettling. The reception, predictably, was chaos. A whirlwind of hurried whispers in a language I didn't comprehend. A complete abandonment of grace. The staff, bless their hearts, or perhaps not seemingly possessed a collective inability to make eye contact, let alone offer a semblance of welcoming hospitality. My first thought was, poor things, why weren't they equipped to assist? It's all connected, of course. Understaffing, lack of training, a management indifferent to the human element, it's a domino effect. And then came the room. Oh, the room. It was supposedly modern, which, in this context, translated to drably beige. The sheets were curiously stained, a history of previous guests whispering secrets in faded pink splotches. I am a woman of immaculate taste, and this was jarring, to say the least. The air itself felt heavy, laden with the ghosts of forgotten cleanliness. A faint but persistent odor clung to everything, a composite of dampness, stale air, and something indefinably unwashed. You know the feeling when you go to Grandma's attic and it smells like mothballs or old wool? But worse. And the bathroom, my dear, the bathroom. The walls, paper thin, rendered one's most private moments a shared experience for anyone within a 10-meter radius. This is a fundamental violation of privacy, isn't it? A basic human right? Imagine the indignity. It's as if the architect deliberately planned for maximum auditory intrusion. It's barbarous. The balcony, forget a tranquil vista. It overlooked a construction site. A cacophony of jackhammers and shouting commenced promptly at 8 o'clock each morning, obliterating any hope of a peaceful awakening. It's a symphony of stress, a deliberate assault on serenity. I understand progress, darling, truly I do. But there's a time and a place for such disruptions. And again, it's just thoughtless. Would it have been so difficult to allocate the less sensitive rooms to those seeking respite? Now, let us discuss the food. Oh, the food. It wasn't merely unappetizing. It was a culinary transgression against humanity. Each day unfolded with a depressing repetition of the same unimaginative dishes, each iteration slightly more disheartening than the last. After 5 days, my appetite simply vanished. It resembled something concocted in a particularly dismal school cafeteria on a budget of approximately 3 lira. The textures were suspect, the flavors absent, the appearance profoundly depressing. It was the kind of food that extinguished joy with.
Every bite, and the hygiene, darling, the hygiene, it was atrocious. It's not simply a matter of aesthetics, it's a matter of public health. Burgers and chips left to bake in the sun from 10:30 am until 9 p.m., uncovered and vulnerable to every passing insect. I shudder to even contemplate the bacterial cultures flourishing upon those surfaces. Midnight snack, they called it. Stale.
Script content, and so I was looking into scams near Campus Hill Hotel Alanya, you know? Like, tourists think it's all sunshine and cheap souvenirs, but no. The businesses here, they act so friendly, but some They just want your money and not in a nice way. Like take the markets near Campus Hill Hotel Alanya. Oh my god. They smile at you, call you my friend, and then charge you triple for a fake Gucci bag. One tourist told me they paid 200 lira for a leather belt. It was plastic, and when they tried to return it, the seller just laughed. What do you think happened next? Probably the tourist just walked away feeling stupid and the seller kept doing it to the next person. And the food places? Oh no. Some restaurants near Campus Hill Hotel Alanya, they don't even have licenses. Like imagine eating algam juice and finding out it was made in a dirty storage room with toilet leaks. Disgusting, right? The police shut one place down, but how many more are still hiding? Probably a lot. The tourists who ate there probably got sick and spent their vacation in the bathroom instead of the beach. So sad. Oh, and my favorite, the fake municipality inspectors. Some scammers near Campus Hill Hotel Alanya dress up like officials and knock on doors, asking for donations. One lady gave them 500 lira before realizing it was a lie. What do you think happened? She cried, the scammers vanished, and the real police just shrugged. How is this fair? And the worst part, 6,000 businesses in Alanya have no license. 6,000. So if you raid near Campus Hill Hotel Alanya and a shop looks sketchy, it probably is. They sell you fake perfumes, broken electronics, overpriced towels, anything. And when you complain, sorry, no refund. I don't know why people think scamming tourists is okay. It's not. But that's how it is near Campus Hill Hotel Alanya. Just be careful, okay?
The reality of businesses near Campus Hill Hotel Alanya. If you're staying at Campus Hill Hotel Alanya, you should know. The businesses around here are not your friends. They see tourists as walking wallets, and the moment you step out, the game begins. Overcharging, scams, indifference, and outright disrespect. This is what defines the area. Let's start with shopping. Stores near Campus Hill Hotel Alanya operate on one principal: charge triple, deliver garbage. Alanyum Shopping Mall is the perfect example. Tourists report being blatantly overcharged, with clerks slipping extra items onto bills or refusing to give receipts. One visitor bought slippers that disintegrated while walking. Another described the mall as USSR shopping, meaning outdated, overpriced, and joyless. Air conditioning. Forget it in July. English-speaking staff. A myth. This isn't shopping, it's financial surrender. Then there's the infamous Osmanli Hamam. Turkish baths should be relaxing, but here, they're a masterclass in disappointment. Foreigners report being quoted triple the local price the second they walk in. The treatments. Rushed, half-hearted, sometimes cut short mid-session. One guest described the steam room as turned off like a light switch, halfway through. Another said the massage was so bad, they'd have been better off scrubbing themselves at home. Dirty, poorly maintained, and hostile. This is not wellness. This is exploitation. Hungry? Restaurants near Campus Hill Hotel Alanya specialize in three things: long waits, cold food, and outrageous prices. Mez Grill is a tourist trap disguised as a dining experience. Guests wait over an hour for meals that arrive lukewarm or inedible, ribs that are just fat on bone, steaks resembling fried shoe soles. The staff, unapologetic. One waiter was seen picking his nose before serving food. Another ignored customers entirely, leaving them stranded for tea that never came. Paying 380 lira for dry lamb and bad service isn't dining. It's charity for a failing business. Kalesi Mehanesi is no better. The seafood? Overcooked, drowning in oil, or missing entirely, replaced by mountains of onions. Reservations vanish into thin air. Smoking is allowed everywhere, even under no smoking signs. One guest's fish arrived half the promised size. Another was turned away for wearing a bralette. The only consistency here is disappointment. Nightlife? Club Summer Garden and Havana Beach Club treat guests like ATMs. Bouncers demand bribes for entry. Bartenders ignore you, then hand you fake bills. Staff scream at families, throw belongings, and enforce arbitrary rules, unless you're the right kind of tourist. One manager hunted down a mother across the beach to scold her for daring to drink coffee elsewhere. Another forced a group of friends to buy a bottle just to enter, while others walked in freely. The vibe? Hostile. The prices? Criminal. The experience? A lesson in regret. The pattern is clear. Businesses near Campus Hill Hotel Alanya view tourists not as guests, but as prey. They overcharge, underserve, and dismiss complaints with indifference. The few positive reviews. Likely planted, the negative ones? A warning.